Hello everyone and welcome to the brand new episode of Mantras from Managers. I'm Anjali from MBA second year, Pari School of Business, SRM AP. Today we are excited to have Mr. Vinay Mantha with us. Welcome sir. Mr. Vinay is a seasoned leader with over 25 years of experience in data analytics and AI. Currently, he serves as a managing director at JP Morgan Chase & Co. Today, he'll share his insights on leveraging data for business growth and also the MBA students looking to make their mark. Fintech is constantly evolving field. What are some of the biggest tech trends that are likely to shape the future of finance?
One is hyper-personalization. That's a key emerging theme. To dive specifically into that, the way you underwrite insurance, for example, health insurance, how can you personalize it based on the health pattern, the health vital stats of the patients, or any parameters around health that you can have as an input into underwriting your insurance. Auto insurance is another one. Your driving habits in terms of how that can be factored in to give you a hyper-personalized experience. The second area is around regulatory compliance. And this is a very pressing and vast topic that's of relevance to banks. It's very complicated, especially for multinational corporations which operate in multiple countries. There's this nuances of, country localized due diligence that come into place. Hundreds and thousands of pages of regulatory manual that you'll have to comply with, right? It's almost impossible for the human, to process it. Yet thousands and thousands of workers are actually doing it manually today. So with the advances in AI, that's going to see a big change in terms of how we can approach that. Also, other things like politically exposed persons and negative media, these are important for KYC or know your customer for that business. So these are very important inputs, and AI can clearly shape that. Risk management and advanced fraud detections are some of the other use cases I can think of. So broadly, yes, the entire landscape in not just the fintech space, but the overall financial services sector is going through a major transformation.
Looking back on your career, what are some of the key moments or experiences that shaped your innovation and the leading change?
One experience, I'll just give an example. A few years ago, I was working for one of the consulting firms that I was working at. We were building an innovation hub, and my boss came and told me, we need to, this is going to be an innovation hub where global clients are going to be coming and visiting us. So we need to create a wow experience for our clients. Use your data analytics background and let's come up with a story. So, it was a very interesting exercise, pulled together a team of people together, and we all sort of brainstormed, innovated, and came up with this concept of how could we reimagine the way a CEO conducts his boardroom meeting. Today, most of the boardroom meetings are done in PowerPoints or in spreadsheets printed out, and people are going through it. What if we could create an experience that's completely different? So what we ended up innovating was something called we call it as an inside view of the business. It's basically a multi-screen experience. Precisely, there were 6 large screens on the wall, pretty much took up the entire wall, and where it was all KPI driven. So as soon as the experience is, there's a persona for the CEO, the CFO, the CIO, and the CMO. And based on which persona you are in, you are able to actually showcase the relevant KPIs, the key performance indicators, and things of that matter basically to them. So it's all intuitive, no long lengthy text, no spreadsheets, and that is a way that the CEO can run his boardroom meeting. So that was clearly one of the most proud moments for me from an innovation perspective. But clearly, every opportunity I have had to set up a COE, and I've done about 5 or 6 of them so far, fortunate enough to do that in my career, was an innovative experience because we had to start from almost nothing and then only dream big and then get the team together, start whiteboarding, start innovating together, and then the outcomes will speak for themselves and rest is history. So that's it.
With so many new technologies coming up, how can MBA students can keep going and stay with the relevant technology advancements happening now?
So it's very important. You raise a very good question. And I want to, my perspective is don't try to be, a master of everything. Don't even get swayed by all the noise that's around you. Try to pick which domain you're interested in. That's key thing. Second, be aware of what's going on around you, certainly, right? You don't have to be the master, I said that, but I'm also saying you need to be really aware of the AI transformation that's happening around you. Why? Because inevitably in the role that you pick up, you should be on the lookout for AI opportunities. Where can we use AI to make this task better? And that's where you'll be recognized. You don't need to become a data scientist yourself. You can spot the opportunities. You can work with other people who are data scientists on everyone. You can partner with them. And for MBA students specifically, you can play the roles into product management and all that. Everybody doesn't need to be a coder, right? But you cannot escape from not being aware of AI, period, right? So clearly know how to do that. The best analogy I can give of how to use AI these days, especially with Gen AI on the horizon, think of a fine breed of horses that are well trained, they can run. All you need is a good charioteer who can take them to the destination. Think of the role of a human as that charioteer, and the better charioteer that you can be, the more successful that you're likely to be. So that's all you need to do.
That's great, sir. If you had to describe your leadership style in one word, what would that be?
I'm a whiteboarder, and you've already seen me use the word whiteboard several times in this conversation. Every major problem I've cracked, every major innovation I've done, every major breakthrough my team has made, it all started on a whiteboard, and the rest is history.
That's an interesting story. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.